My guest today is Jeff White of thestockbandit.com. We're talking about how traders adapt to the markets and find good opportunities. So Jeff, first of all, what do you mean by traders adapting? Why do they have to adapt to the markets?
Well, the market's constantly changing, Tim, as you know, and it seems like there's always going to be some room for an element of surprise. And so no matter how prepared a trader might think he is, he still needs the ability to adapt, to kind of shift and maneuver his game plan a little bit as conditions will change.
All right, so does that mean I shouldn't come into the market every morning with a bias about whether I should be long or short and just let the market tell me, or what does it mean?
I think having a bias is okay. I think what's important is to have some contingency plans and the flexibility as a trader to fall back on some other plans in case your original plan is altered. And so we see this a lot. Obviously, the stock market requires it, and we see it in sports. We see it in business. If you think about a quarterback approaching a line of scrimmage, he's got a plan that he's already called for his team. It's a plan that he's confident in, and yet as he starts to read that defense, his plan may need to change. His original plan may no longer be valid. And so it's important that he has something to fall back on, and we refer to that as calling an audible, which really implies shooting from the hip. But as a trader, you ought to know what that contingency plan is so that you can shift accordingly.
All right, so what does that mean I do? Do I have a written plan about my trading, and how do I practice this?
I think you do have a written plan. I think you've got your favorite strategies. I think you also become more equipped as a trader. You're constantly learning, you're constantly understanding the market. You become a student of the market so that you understand that in a momentum type of market, you can trade those breakouts. In a little steadier trend, you can kind of buy those pullbacks. And we enter a trading range, you've got to be equipped and prepared to trade reversals because that's really the only game in town.
All right, and how about my position size? Is there something about adapting the position size as well as what I'm trading?
Absolutely. I think it's important that when you're confident and you're doing well as a trader, that's when you're trading your largest size. And as things become a little bit more foggy for you and you're struggling a little bit, you kind of hit the streak where you're struggling with your trades, it's time to back down your sides and become much more selective with which trades you need to take. That's going to keep you in the game. It's going to allow you to keep seeing opportunities. And in case you're wrong going forward, it slows down the pace of your losses. So it gives you time to come up with a different strategy. It also allows a little time for the market to maybe shift and start rewarding a different type of style as well.
Now, one thing that I think traders try to do a lot is in adapting. They think they're adapting by switching markets all the time, going from E-minis maybe to stocks to options. Is that adapting as well, or should I not do that? Should I be sticking to one market?
I think it's best, at least initially, to stick with one market, to become familiar with one market but have different styles of trading that market. So for me, that looks like I'm equipped to trade different types of plays, breakouts, pullbacks, reversals, and I'm also equipped to trade different time frames in that same market. So I might be day trading, I might be swing trading, I might be taking multi-month positions, and those don't all have to correspond with each other. So it's just allowing me to put capital at work on different time frames and utilizing different strategies based on what's working best right now.
Jeff, thanks for your time.
Thank you.
We've been talking here about adapting as a trader here on the MoneyShow.com video network.